Kwaito star Mixin Tsekeleke Tolo has died. Details around his death are unknown at this stage, but his close friend and colleague DJ Fetko confirmed he died last evening. He was gravely ill after being diagnosed with diabetes. The musician shot to stardom after the release of his Fatty Boom Boom song. The catchy tune became a hit among Kwaito music lovers in the South African industry, but not only because of his size, but also because of the catchy lyrics.
I've also just heard early this morning about his passing, and what I really can say is that the industry is really saddened by his passing. We just buried one of our own not so long ago, and then it's him today. We are saddened, and we can only say to the family that nothing has come upon them that hasn't come upon any other person before. Until we know further details in this regard, then I'm sure the family will let all of us know. But it's really a great loss, and we really mourn the death of our brothers.
And on that note, let's quickly listen into one of his best songs. We're now joined by Mapaputsi, Kwaito star, on the line. Mapaputsi, it's almost not befitting to say good morning. Another loss to the music industry.
What is said news. Good morning to the viewers. To the listeners at home. We are so sad. When I heard now that he passed on, my heart just fell down. But we can't complain as much. God knows exactly what he's doing. He's the one who was suffering for any, isifo esimphethe singaphakathi singakhungathi umzimba wakhe uyowaziyo, and ngeke sithi kangakanani sizohlangana futhi. What I can say is I'd like to send the condolences to ifamily yakubo and nabangani bethu esiphile nabo bonke, who left us. Akusokuqala lokho, it's just it's a great loss because of siyaphela kancane kancane. And when I think of it, we were so many when we started the Kwaito music industry. I'm not saying people are not dying, people are dying, but it's so sad because of the guys put something on the table for Ikaya, and the manje, when they lost him, and then that, because he was a surely good fellow, he used to make jokes and stuff, we're losing good people in life. But anyway, what I want to say to the family, and nabalandeli bakhe, they mustn't grieve and complain. God knows exactly what he's doing. We all have an exit in this world.
No, it's not just a loss for you in the industry, but also for us lovers of that old school kind of Kwaito. But what intimate memories can you share with us, perhaps you and him?
He was, as I said before, he was a jolly good fellow. He used to make jokes. He used to, he was a person with a sense of humor. You know, you couldn't even see that he had a problem of his body. You know, he was like everybody else. You know what? That's what I will miss about him. You know, we lose people like that. That's what I'm saying. Tomorrow, ubande also buye futhi ayenza abanye abantu mhlambe abane disability to trust in themselves, you know. So if we're losing people like them, and then I wish kuba nomunye also zalo ozoba njengaye ngenhliziyo the way bekangakhona and never even check off the condition yakhe ukuthi ibody yami, you know, I'm big. If that's even said to himself, Tsekeleke, mina ngisidudla, mina ngenze njani, you know, to be proud of what God made you. So we'll miss intro ezinjalo zabantu, especially like him. So it's a great loss, my sweetheart. That's all I can say. I'm saying abantu baqine, and then uNkulunkulu yazi uyasihlangana kuliza njengoba ngishilo before, and let's hope sonke simthanda uNkulunkulu because of, you know, amalanga okugcina langa, you know, and I wish we understand what's happening, and then we pray hard good kuba better tomorrow, not the worst tomorrow that is coming. But anyway, I would like to say condolences to the Tsekeleke family, and the baby writer, you know, no mama, no baba. You know, I know him so much because of we stay in the same street as well, you know, and then we attend food. Mama, ngoba his stepmother usezona, and then his brother umsheku no Lebu, they're staying in Zona, especially Lebu. I see him all the time when I go to a cousin. So I'm saying baqina bakamashinini, you know, na bakubo Tsekeleke bonke nje nomphakathi wonke. We just lost a great hero. So akalale ngokuthula umzimba wakhe.
No, we certainly have. But Mapapusi, just in closing, you know, we mostly use this time, unfortunately, when we lose an artist, where we also want to perhaps shed light on the industry itself, how there are pros and cons. What would you like to say to upcoming artists about the life of an artist, basically? Because sometimes some of them, you find by the time they wind up or their career winds up, there's not a lot of money. What would you like to say to up-and-coming artists about this very industry?
I would like to say, you know, those respect each other and love each other and conquer each other. You know, together we stand, divided we fall. And we are the great nation as South Africans. And I believe now we the ones supposed to be ruling the world. Because every nation is in South Africa. We are United States of Africa. Let's be proud of our heritage. Let's be proud of ourselves. Let's respect our parents. Let's respect the elders, especially those who were there before the time. Now they're living faster. They're living in a different world of money. They're living in the world of satanic Illuminatis and stuff. But you know, there's no judgment. You can't escape the judgment. You all gonna have the exit. You have to answer to God exactly what happened. You know, God made us to represent Him, not to be against Him. So devil comes and play the part and makes us big. He's the one who's making us big. You know, it's God who makes us big. Let's not use drugs. Let's not disrespect each other. Let's know exactly what is the music. Music is the voice. Music heals. Music teaches. Let's become great leaders who change the world to become better. That's what I can say to the young musicians.
No, thank you very much. Music does indeed heal, and it is the voice in our country. We're now joined by Eugene Mthethwa, Trompi's member. Eugene, a sad day for the music industry yet again.
A sad day again, but my body has become numb or immune to pain, because I think as artists, we are playing a game that never ends. We need to take responsibility. We can't be feeling pity for each other when we exit, when we have time to make things right, and we don't.
But then beyond this, we see it all the time. I was actually just referring to that with Mapaputsi, that at a time like this, unfortunately, when an artist dies, this becomes the time when many want to talk about the ills in the industry. Do you think it's appropriate to use perhaps someone's death to illustrate to young upcoming artists that these are some of the things that can happen? You can find yourself without money, perhaps needing donations. Do you think it's appropriate to discuss it at a time when somebody has passed on?
No, I think it is false pretense for us to be talking those things, because those things have been spoken about for many years. You know that I've been fighting the struggles of artists for over 20 years now. Anybody who doesn't know that this day is coming into his life, there is an end to life which is meant for every one of us. But whenever you call a meeting for artists to address these issues, they are busy in the clubs, they are busy in the parties, they don't care. It is only when one of us dies and everybody wants to say there are wrong things. We know that there are wrong things in this industry.
But then beyond this, though, is it really organized? At least you guys, we know there are many organizations that you're part of, but like you say, people pull backwards. Some people, whilst they still have enough, don't want to be part of these organizations. What more is being done to ensure that you're very organized as the industry?
We have tried to organize, ma'am. The Department of Trade and Industry supported us in establishing what we call SAMIC today, but very few artists would participate. The Department of Arts and Culture has been going around the country of the white paper review, but you find few artists participating and more professors or people who are not even artists who are participating to shape the very same laws and regulations that are supposed to benefit the artists, but they are shaping them in order to continue benefiting the capitalists. But there is so much individualism within the artists. There's too much pride in us, ma'am. And I don't know, we need a big prayer for this sector, because we don't care about each other. When we're still making it, we feel that we're above everybody. We want to compete against each other as opposed to coming together and sorting our own issues.
No, those are certainly issues to address. Mr. Mthethwa, thank you very much for joining us, although it is an unfortunate time that you join us.
It is sad indeed, and I wish to say to Tsekeleke, I wish to say let him rest in peace.
No, thank you very much. We're now joined by Pikat, who is an Alaska member. A number of music lovers would remember the group very well. Pikat, thank you very much for joining us today. Your take on the passing of Tsekeleke?
Morning, my sister, and morning to the listener. So you can hear that I'm very down. I don't even know what to say, because what happened yesterday. We didn't think or wait for that, because you won't believe it. Over the weekend, we were just discussing about buying him a wheelchair. We were talking about that because we are in the middle of Christmas in July, which is Tsekeleke thing that he do every year.
Yes.
And we work with him each and every Christmas in July. Since started, we've been together with Tsekeleke. So by this year, he was not able to come because of the situation. So we were discussing with, no guys, we must buy Tsekeleke the wheelchair for now, because even if to us it's hard, there's nothing we can do. You know, we are struggling as artists. We're trying our means to get something to put on the table, but to be honest to you, it is very, very sad. As I said earlier on, I don't know what to say. I'm shattered. I don't know what to say.
No, it is a very sad moment, certainly is. Now, you say that you were in the process as a group of buying him a wheelchair, so I take it you're somebody that's very, has that privileged information, perhaps maybe to the details surrounding his death. Was it related to the diabetes?
Basically, we don't know anything. We know about the sugar thing, that diabetic thing, that it was pressuring him because he told us that I think the other leg is starting to itchy because they've already carried the other one, and then we thought that I think everything he will be well by now because of the leg has been cutted, and then we thought that everything is done, you know. So when he started to say the other leg is starting to itchy, we were confused. Maybe Yabona is just thinking of, no, man, guys, now he's starting the other side. So we don't know. We don't know what happened.
No, we understand. We understand. No, Pikat will certainly keep in touch. I'm sure there'll be a lot that will be communicated by the family, and we'll keep in touch with all his friends in the industry. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for being concerned. Bye.